today, P? Because I know last time we talked about, intercourse in the bedroom. But today, we're going to switch it up. What are we talking about today, P?
We're just talking about, how like black men right now, on social media, we noticing this, they're not supportive of their women. So we're just trying to figure out, what's going on with the black men and the black women. A lot of black men switching up, messing with a lot of different sexes and stuff. So we're just trying to figure some things out.
Yeah, and then we don't want to say that they aren't supportive all the way, because some are supportive and some may not be supportive. But that's the topic we want to bring to the table. Why do we feel like black women, as our men aren't supportive to us? Why do we feel like they are stepping outside their race? Is it a problem that they're stepping outside of their race? What makes them date what they want to date? What do they see in us? What is like, what don't they see in us? So, we want to know those questions, and we have some black men that are joining us today. We got black women that are joining us today. So, come on, y'all, pop bottles, bring it to the table.
And we're going to get it cracking like that.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got we got some guests, we got Delisha coming down, She's pulling up, yeah.
We got Terry.
Yeah.
We got Sniping Keela, my sister and her husband. We got Mick. Woo! Mick, are you bringing a guest with you today that may join the table?
I got a special guest today.
Yes, Lord. Praise God.
Okay, so Mick.
My future.
But you know what? We're going to wait until each person steps to the table, because they say they may come to the table. But you don't know if you're coming to this far with a table. So we'll see it. We'll believe when we see it.
We got Shabby too, y'all. He's just on security patrol. Don't y'all pay no attention to him. He's making sure everything is straight.
Because you know how we get.
Yes, Lord.
All right, so let's do this, Pete. So, one of the things that I've noticed in social media, and not even in social media, with my friends, with other things going on, is that black men, they say that you guys aren't supporting us. But do you feel like you guys are supportive to your black women? Do you feel like, I know there's things going on with gunshot wounds to the feet. We have other things going on with abuse. But when all that happens, do you guys get on social media? Do you get on Twitter? Do you make a tweet? Do you say, we're supporting you, we're here for you? Do you or do you not do that?
To be honest, I'm not really a social media type dude. I don't get on there to post a lot. I do support my black women though. But as far as getting on social media and, commenting and do, all that, I don't do all that. I do support women. I don't date outside my race. So, yeah.
And Terry, I'm just gonna ask you, just because y'all know me. Y'all know I'm gonna project all of his voice. I'm gonna bring it all out. So we're gonna ask Terry, speak up, a little bit, talk a little louder so they can hear you. But even outside of social media, when all this stuff is going on, do you feel like you are supportive to your black women? Do you feel like you are, you're there for us, you stand by us, or do you feel like, what do you feel about black women? How do you see black women?
So I see black women. I believe that if a black woman sees me as a king, I will see her as a queen. It goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I can't see her as a queen if she don't see me as a king. You get what I'm saying? It gotta work both ways.
How you feel? Because I'm gonna come back for that.
Well, me, when I look at women, I just look at them from like my mother's or my sister's standpoint. So, I love my black women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even though I know, ain't none of them perfect. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I love them. I'm gonna support mine. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I like to say to them personally to get a full understanding.
What is it that you need to say, sir?
Well, I just be wanting to say, step up to the plate and be the queen that you are. Don't be, what social media putting out there. And what the eyelashes make. Hold on. Don't be what the eyelashes make you feel like and all that. Be a queen regardless. Like I get tired of, I can't FaceTime you right now. Just FaceTime me. I don't care what you look like. You my baby. You my queen. FaceTime me. You don't have to have on no makeup or nothing. You're a queen.
And that's true. Okay, so before I come to you, Delicia, I'm just gonna step back. We're gonna step back over here to Terry, and let's rewind this, because I know the little comment that I did her was, take the weave out, take the lashes out, but I don't know if y'all just don't know, but Caucasian women, Hispanics, a little bit of everybody wears a little something in their hair. They go get their lashes and stuff done. But you know, I personally feel like black men find it a problem, or they try to say that's the reason that, you know, that's what they find in us. But really, you say that, you know, the weave or something like that, but then when you're mad or you're talking, I said no cussing today, but when y'all talking shit with your homeboys, oh, bald headed, oh, she bald headed,
Yeah.
so you tell me, do you want the weave or you not the one to weave?
I mean, like I said, it don't really matter to me, you know what I'm saying? If I'm dating you, if you my woman, you know what I'm saying, I like you as you came. You know what I'm saying? And I want to look at you regular sometimes. I don't have no problem with the weave and the eyelashes, but what I'm saying is sometimes I just want to get my woman. That black queen, you a queen. You don't have to do all that. You can do that. We're going to make sure we get that done. If that's what you want to do, because that's just how I am. I want to make sure, you know, you get done what you need done, but at the same time, know in your mind and your heart, you are a queen. No matter what happened to you, because a lot of black women go through a lot of stuff that they can't put out on the table because a lot of men don't listen to them. I'm a general, so I listen to them, you know what I'm saying? But I want them to listen to me too, though. Listen when I tell you, you're cold, you're beautiful. You can FaceTime me when you first get up, because I'm going to do it, because I'm a king.
Oh, you're the champ.
Yes, Lord, pound for pound.
This is champ. This is Pernell the champ, y'all.
Yeah. I wake up and call you. And I want you to do the same thing. I would love you with the makeup on or without it off. It don't matter, because I chose you.
Okay. How do you feel? Do you feel like the black men that you've encountered or not encountered, or your friends have encountered, do you feel like they're supportive of black women or you know, not?
I just think it all goes back to paying attention. A lot of men don't take the time to even get to learn a female, because a lot of them come at you with a certain, you know, perspective, or they come at you already having a motive, basically, like what they want. So they just focus on their motive without focusing on that person and getting to know them for them. That's how I feel.
But then I also, y'all know this is the topic for me. Because then I also feel like, you know, one of the things that's said is, you know, black women, we're too strong. Oh, but not even too strong. We're the angry black woman. But what makes me angry? But yeah. Oh, okay. Well, what makes us angry? Because I don't feel like we're angry. I feel like, you know, we speak what we need to speak. But I feel like all women should do that. It's not, you know, our fault that they don't. But they should. But I feel like, and then you say we're angry. But what, do you ever think about, you know, all the things that doorbell? Might be another special guest, y'all. Might be a special guest.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not telling who it is.
Pause.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. Oh, okay. Just a package. We're back.
Message.
So, yeah, y'all both nodded. Y'all nodded very, yeah. So why are we angry? What's angry about us?
Well, it's kind of majority of the time why y'all be angry is the prior black men that you were dealing with.
Yeah.
He didn't treat you wrong. He didn't maybe abuse you, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. Now you bring that to me, and you know what I'm saying, that could have been left over there. But that's I mean, that could be a part of why y'all angry. You know what I'm saying?
So another woman, whether she be Caucasian, Hispanic, or Indian, or whatever she may be. So if she's in a relationship previously, she may not bring nothing to the table. So we're the only ones that may bring something to the table, like as far as our past.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't date outside my race, but maybe,
I mean,
possibly.
I can answer that question. I mean, it ain't really like, I don't think it got nothing to do with like Caucasians, no matter who you are. Just like you said, for me, I just think like your past, you bring your past into your future. When you come into your future, you're supposed to start off fresh. It don't matter if you a man or woman, it don't matter who you are. I don't care if you dating whoever. When you dealing with a brand new situation, it's supposed to be fresh. When you get a new job, you're gonna go in there and perform accordingly. You're not gonna tell them if your other job laid you off, I don't wanna work or perform to my standards because my last job laid me off. You're gonna do what you're supposed to do to get your paycheck. That's what I want you to do with me. Treat me accordingly. Don't bring your past with me. I ain't gonna bring my past with you. Yeah, that's what a lot of our, black women come to, and I love my black women. I just wish they wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us need to wake up.
Okay, but then you say when you say that we bring our past, okay, and you say that you don't date outside your race, so you don't really know. But when you say that we bring our past, okay, so think about that. Who has been through some stuff in the past when it comes to the race? So yeah, we may bring our past. We bring slavery. We bring how the men treated us back then. We bring how the women treat us then and now. We bring all the struggle, the power struggle, the jealousy that these women go through. We bring that we are, even though we may get bachelor's and master's degree, doctorate degree, they still sometimes don't treat us on the same level as a different race. So yeah, sometimes we do bring our past, but when you think about that, the other people, the other races can't bring their past because they didn't go through all that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So we're gonna come a little tougher, and we're gonna demand a little bit more respect. And to me, as a woman, than as a black woman, I don't find that that's a problem, but I feel like with black men, that is a problem.
Yeah, it might be a problem for us because maybe the black men aren't woke enough. So maybe the black man isn't a man. You know what I'm saying? Some men ain't men, So, I mean, that could be a part of it. Some men still boys. Maybe they still need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, women gotta hold their men accountable just as much as a man gotta hold their woman accountable. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this question from a man's perspective. What advice would you give a man when it comes to our black women? What should we do then? What should we do? Enlighten me. Give me. I'm about game and soaking it up. I want to learn and live and enjoy because I'm the champ. So
we know the champ want all the tips.
You know what I'm saying? Enlighten me. What do I need to do to be better for our race? Because I'm with all that.
I like that. I'm gonna let you want to go ahead and answer. Oh, you
go ahead. Let me give me some game. You got some game.
I do not have any game.
What do you feel like?
Yeah.
It's all about communication, man. Like that's the number one to me. Like if you communicate, you can just alleviate so many problems, man. Like nobody want to take the time to listen, and they too much of this. Like if you just take the time and listen to your partner and actually take the time and learn them, then it shouldn't be no problem. Like we grown, we ain't slow. It's communication.
Okay, and I like that. You're right. I think yes, I do think the communication, and then what else I think will help y'all is just like I said before, just kind of remembering and realizing that we come with a little bit more, and that's because of what we've been through. Whether it be us ourselves, our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters. We keep it 100. We come with a little bit more from our past, so you got to just be a little bit more understanding and a little bit more delicate, But some of our black men and even black women, and this is a question to our black men and black women, with black women, there is a certain type of spiciness that you guys find in the shade of a black woman. So some of you prefer, the lighter spectrum of black women, and then there's some that prefer the darker spectrum of the black women. But what I feel like you have a preference.
For me, I don't do a preference. I don't do stupid. That's my thing. I can't deal with a non-intelligent individual. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about the skin complexion. I just don't tolerate stupid.
So you don't have a preference. You've never dated dark or
lighter. I've dated
lighter.
dark. I've dated.
Sir, champion.
Well, for me, I mean, my preference is, red women. You know what I mean? I mean, red, light skin. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why I like that. That was just the way I was. I was born into this life. I like to see, light skinned women. You know what I mean? I love a bright woman. I mean, God made me.
That was the way you was born.
Yeah, that's the way I was born. I mean, I didn't make that up to say, you know, I'm gonna come down here in this world and start liking light-skinned women. You know, that's just from what I can remember. That's what I like. That's what I attract to. But I'm not gonna say that I won't date a dark-skinned woman because, you know, whatever God's bad for me is, that's what I'm gonna want. But you know, I just like the color red. I like red. I like bright stuff. I like the bright life.
Not bright stuff.
I like the bright life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like red,
so the light of the woman, the light of the life.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The bride of the woman.
No,
the bride
no,
of the
no,
life.
hold on. Kawana, don't hold me to that. But I'm just saying, you know, I just like the
Mom
brightness.
turned the champ.
The brightness of a red woman. But if it's in my destiny to date a darker woman, I'm gonna roll with that because that's what I want. You know, what's best for me as a man, not as a little boy, as a strong black king. You know. Yes.
I respect that. You?
What am I attracted to?
Or what do you feel
What
like
do you
you've had a
feel?
preference in what you've dated?
Yeah. I mean, I don't too much go towards the darker men, but I mean, I never dated a darker man, but I'm not gonna say I'm not attracted to them. It's just never came across to that point. Like I like light skin, caramel type. That's what I'm attracted to.
Why?
But it's not a reason though. That's just like it's that melanin tone. It's just it look good to me. It's not like nothing. It ain't nothing against darker people because, like he said, like if it came down to it and I met somebody of that complexion, I wouldn't mind dating them. But it just never came to that. That's what I attract, and that's what attracts me.
Yeah. What do you think, Kawana?
Oh, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Now y'all know my king is a dark chocolate.
Yes.
But you know, I just be chilling.
Okay.
I like them like that. No, I don't have a preference. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all. He likes light-skinned girls.
What? Let me find out.
He say he ain't gonna say he do, but you know when I kind of look and see what he looking at, he likes light skin. He likes big heads. But what he told me is about big heads. They got big brains. So he said he loves me, and he likes me because I got a big head. I got a big brain. What questions do y'all? I mean, what do y'all have?
Well, for me, the question I got for women is like, just because, I mean, what are you going to do about, you know, the past and your culture and what's in our bloodline? What can you do to fix that for the generation up under you? You know what I'm saying? How can you help the generation up under you get past that? Because you got to get past your past. You see what I'm saying? You can't drive in reverse, can you?
That's very true.
Yeah, you can't drive in reverse. So what advice would you have for a young woman that comes from our background and our culture as people? What would you tell her so she don't have to live that past that everybody else is living? So she can have a free life.
You got 2 daughters. What you gonna teach them?
Yes, we need them to have a free life. We need to stop looking back and start looking forward. So what can you give them for me?
And you're right. And I think about that, and Tara, I'm glad that you pointed that out because I've thought about that a couple of times because I do have 2 daughters, but with the twins, one of them is lighter skin and one of them is darker complected. So I think about the things that I feel like from what I see as a black woman that they may go through. One of them is a little bit more petite and one of them is a little bit, you know, so all those things I think about. When we were taking them to gymnastics, one of the things the gymnastics teacher said was, we want her. She's the perfect body size. She's the perfect type. And it was my little girl. So, you know, when I think about what I'm going to tell them, I tell them the same thing every day. You're beautiful. You are so beautiful. You are so cute. You're so gorgeous. You are, you know, you don't have to go on these diets, even though I go on one every week. It fails. You don't have to do all that. You know, you don't have to, be the certain size, look a certain way. You don't have to wear, the weave and all that. I do that too. Or the makeup, I do that too. But I do want to encourage them, be yourself. Be yourself. If you're smart and dorky and all that, be that. But if you're outspoken, be that too, because I'm that, and I want you to be. I also don't, I don't want you to be. I know there's a thing with, and it says about be submissive, but there's a certain type of submissive I want them to be too. I don't want you to be dumb. You don't like dumb, I don't like
that's
dumb.
real.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want you just to say because of what black men seem to say is intimidating, or we're too loud, or we're too angry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to teach my daughter that. I'm going to teach you. You're going to demand respect, and you going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, treat the situation accordingly. If you with a good man, you humble yourself and you be submissive. If you with somebody you know that's not good for you, and you know what I mean, you act a certain way, you protect yourself. And I encourage all women to do that too. But when you get a king, you know that.
How you know?
How do you know? Because the way that you feel. God give women discernment. Women got discernment. Now if they don't, I don't know if they smoking weed. Anyway, but God should give all women discernment. So, you should act on that. You know what I mean? When you get something good, protect that. Cherish that. But when you get somebody that ain't on that, he's a lemon head, you dog him out. Protect yourself. You know what I mean? Play your game. That's what I'm going to tell my daughter. If I had a daughter, I would tell her, when you get a king, you treat that man accordingly. Don't play no games with that man. Don't play him like your last rookie. Yeah, but when you get a lemon head, you step on him and then call me. And you know how I'm pulling up. Ain't no question. Yeah, because your daddy coming through. We coming with them anyway. But yeah. So that's what my advice for all our black queens is, because I love my mother, my sister. You know what I mean? I love them dearly.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So, but I just want them to realize though, like, your past is done. And when you get a good man, husband, because y'all worthy of treating good. Our black queens are worthy of treating good, but don't get treated too good to where you take advantage of it and think somebody a lemon head. Nah, the lemon head is the one who's dogging you. You know what I mean? The real one is who's taking care of you, providing for you, making sure your money is saved, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, and make sure you feel good at all times. So don't think you're dealing with no lame when you get that, queens. Yeah, you deal with a lame accordingly, you deal with a king accordingly. And me, the champ, deal with me accordingly.
We always dealing with the champ. We always dealing with the champ.
I don't play those games.
What advice would you give Terry?
Yeah, what advice would I give Terry?
Not you. No champ. No.
What advice would I give
What advice would Terry give?
to a black woman?
Yeah. Dealing with you.
Dealing with me. Oh,
Not
man.
not dealing
That's
with
that's a whole other topic right there.
What advice would you give your daughter?
Advice I give my daughter is,
Yeah.
man,
Tell her.
respect yourself. You know, respect yourself. Respect your man. You know, if you come across a good man, just respect him. You know, just realize that he's a good man. He's a blessing. You know, and if he ain't, just cut him loose. Don't settle. You know, don't settle.
How do I know?
How do you know that you? I mean, I would say if he ain't nothing like your daddy, then cut him loose. Cut him loose. If he don't treat you how your daddy treats you, cut him loose. He's no good for you. He's no good for you.
Daddy's trash.
If you,
I can answer that as far as settling. Only way I think a woman to really know if she's settling, if she's going to sleep majority of the week unhappy. You know what I'm saying? If your expectations. Hold on. First of all, thank you, God. Your expectations set the standards for your life. So some women might expect to get dogged out.
Okay.
So that's, whatever you expect from your man, that's the way you should be
Because
treated.
they don't know no better.
Yeah, some women don't know no better. Some women think getting dogged is the best way.
yeah,
I'm sorry, but that's reality.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you got some queens that know what they supposed to get. You see what I'm saying? If they ain't getting that, they gonna act accordingly. But it's just on whatever you expect. You know what I mean? So
Some of that comes it has a part of doing with like your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Where you've been brought up. You know, some people just used to that. Some people just accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you don't know no better. So I mean, I'll suggest if you don't know no better, just do the opposite of what you've seen. You know, get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what you see, get out the hood. You know.
My advice, if I had a daughter, would also go into like self-respect, because if you don't respect yourself, you're gonna accept anything. Like,
I like that.
you know what I'm saying? So a man gonna be able to dog you, treat you, tell you anything basically, and you just gonna feed into it and go with it because you feel like that's love, and it's really not at the end of the day. And I feel like I was talking to somebody, but
No, I think that's all great. I think that's great. I think that's great advice. I think that you know, we have a lot more to learn about our black women, our black men, and I think, you know, there's more on the topic. But we need your questions. We need questions so that we can be able to answer them. Not that we are, you know, Dr. Phil or any of that, but we want to go ahead and just kind of mix it up a little bit and be able to answer those questions and bring that feedback and talk to you guys. Anything else that you have on that topic, Pete, before we get
I just got one more question. So just to get some clarity, this is just a clarity question. You know what I mean? I want to hear it from both of y'all. I don't want y'all to speak from y'all feelings. You know what I mean? The truth from God. What do y'all think would make black men better as a whole, as a culture, period, with women, period? Just give me something good that I can go lay down and think about tonight.
Oh yeah, perfect. That was perfect.
Yes.
Now, our black men are great. They're wonderful. God, they're wonderful. There's God's gift. But there are a few things that I think I've noticed in our culture with black men that I think that we can work on. You know, and I do think, you know, a lot of it comes also from, you know, how you were raised, your background and all of that. But some of the things that I want to touch on when it comes to black men is, there's a couple things. One thing is with black men, being around men that are not straight. I have found that is a problem with black men. And I don't understand the issue.
What do you mean by straight?
They're gay.
Oh,
Homosexual,
I agree.
you know, so I don't understand what the problem is with black men. So that's one thing I've noticed. Another thing that I've noticed is being and I get it. You're not gonna be friendly. You're not gonna be all, but there's some that are just, you guys are so, I don't know. You're so guarded that it's like there's no getting through to you. There's no talking to you. There's no friendship that can be made because your mindsets are so defensive on everything. Also, with I hear this more with our culture. The bitch this and bitch that, you know, that's the one thing I want to touch on with black men with advice. I hate that word. Can't stand it. I cannot stand it. When you refer to each other, when you refer to women, when you know, any of that, I think that's something that we can work on. And then I want to touch on the father, being a father.
So which one do you want to touch on first so you can ask us both about, so we can make sure you get to understand? We want to give you your answers to what you want to touch on. The B word first. That's just a sign of respect.
Let's go father. Let's do
Let's-
father.
Father, you want to go to father
let's go
first?
father.
All right. Well, give us what you got for the father. Tell us, talk to us.
When a woman decides that she no longer wants to be in this relationship with you, or she no longer wants to, you know, or she wants to move on or something like that. Some fathers, and it is women too, don't get me wrong, but some fathers is like, well, you can let that nigga take care of the baby. You can let this dude do that, or you feel like you just don't want to be involved, or you feel like, you know, now that y'all are separated, you'll get the kid one time out of the week. Like, that fatherhood, to me, when I see a man, when I see a father, when you guys have a child, why do you got, I don't see why you don't see it like the women like we see it. Like, you want to be with them all the time, and it don't matter who she wants to be with. That's your child, your blood.
Well, I'm gonna answer it first, and then we'll go to Terry.
Go ahead.
And see what with me. I've been through that situation. You know what I mean? And I love my sons dearly. So you know what I mean. I want to make sure me and my child's mother have communications, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna play about mine. So, you know, I'm gonna make sure I'm in their lives and all that. I don't care who she with. Ain't no gentleman gonna take care of my son. Straight up. I ain't even letting that happen. I mean, if he wanna play his role or whatever, you know what I mean, while he in that household with her, if he's a great man, but you ain't about to take care of my son. When my son call on me, he need me, I'm gonna be there. And I tell my son all the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in that situation. I'm your father. My name is Pernell Berry. Your name is Jarrell Berry. And Pernell Berry Jr. I'm your father. Yeah, he's your friend or whatever. You know. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead, Terry.
I can't read you.
I want to explain. Sometimes when a father, does, when in that little situation, when a father does decide to let a man, raise his child, maybe his father wasn't around. Maybe he don't know how to be a father. You know, so you can't blame men that kind of step away from being a father because they don't know how to be a father. You get what I'm saying? Some men, when they don't have their father around, some men do the opposite. Some men take care of their kids because they didn't have a father around. You get what I'm saying? Some men, if their father wasn't around, that's all they know. They don't know how to be a father. So how they gonna be a father to a kid when they don't know how to be a father? You get what I'm saying? So you can't blame them men. That's why these men gotta go to these churches, man. You gotta get closer to God, because God gonna teach you how to be a father, because He is our Father. You get what I'm saying?
And I ain't had no father, so that's why, just to touch back on what he's saying, you know what I'm saying, my father used to ride past me in the streets, and I knew who my father was, but he wasn't there. So I don't trip off him. I don't have no hard feelings or nothing against him, but I know to be a father for my children, so they don't have that their hurt and pain in their side that I felt knowing that my father will ride past me every day. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure they know I'm your father. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no hard feelings against my father, because I'm thankful that you brought me here to witness. You know what I'm saying?
They teach you what to be or what not to be.
Yeah. You blessed me. Like I told you, when I finally talked to my father, he was like, he apologized and all that. I said, man, you ain't got to apologize to me. You brought me in here. I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for all this. You all right? You know what I mean? But just know that you made me a better father. You see what I'm saying? And that's how all men should be. You see what I'm saying? That didn't have no father. Yeah. Don't let your kids go through that, man. Yeah. And I love my kids, so yeah, they don't go through it. And I tell them, I ain't had no daddy, so be thankful for me. Yeah. That I'm able to provide for you and help you and try to do what I can for you. Yeah. Don't doubt me, love me. Yeah.
See, my daddy went to prison when I was 2. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have no father. I had father figures in my life, but that wasn't my daddy. You get what I'm saying? So it was different for me. You know, I got 4 kids, and I say to all my kids, I will always be there for my kids, because my daddy was dealt a different card, you know what I'm saying, than I was. So I never leave my kids, you know what I'm saying, no matter what circumstances I go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be here for my kids. You know what I'm saying? So.
And one of the things, before we get on the next question, that I feel like, I want to, when we say give advice to the young men, me being raised up, and again, that's going to be about the talks, getting to know P and K, but, I wasn't raised with my biological father. And so one of the things I want to say when I give advice to the men is that you don't know how that will affect a daughter later on. So being absent. So regardless if you are, to me, if you're going through something with that mother, or if you're going through something internally, even if you don't know how to be the best father, you haven't had that, you really should, you just try to be whatever you can be and just be present, because later on that affects us. That affects the men that we choose to date, that affects the men that we choose to marry, that affects, how we raise our children, that affects how we see ourselves. It really affects it. And I feel like that's something that men don't take seriously. They just don't really know. But to me, a father and a daughter, on top of everything, it's just something really special. But then also a father and a son. But, with women, I will say, like I said, without having that father present, it affects us later on. And I may sit here in front of y'all and you see the glitz and the glam and all the ha-ha and hee-heeing, but you don't know the nights that I've gone to bed crying. You don't know the nights that I've thought about how I want to make sure that my daughters have that father, how I want to make sure they go to that father-daughter dance, how they, how I want to make sure that, Jason asked them what are they up to, or can we go out and play ball. So those are the things that I feel like later on, I think y'all should think about, as hard as it may be, to say, oh, I haven't had that, but you got to think about later on that, some of us, the women didn't have it either. Or, the little ladies didn't have it either. And that's going to affect later, and that's going to bring back to, they might come to the table talk later on and talk about why we so mad.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, bring it out. We want to hear it. Bring it out. The champ is right here. We want to hear it. We want to make sure y'all straight to where you can go to sleep. You know what I mean? That's why we created the wood table, so everybody can talk and get whatever off your chest. We're going to have plenty more guests, and we just want to make sure everybody's cool. Yeah.
P, what's up?
Yeah, man, we just want y'all to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification button. And down below, comment of the next subject y'all want us to talk about, because we doing this for y'all, man. We want to make sure y'all secure, man. So hit the bell, like, subscribe, notification, talks with P and K.
All right, y'all. Until next time, we out.